The Christ Letters, with enhanced narration and text. Letter 5.9. The nature of universal consciousness. The nature of universal consciousness is intent, inactive and in equilibrium. Therefore, universal consciousness is an infinite, eternal, limitless, boundless state of powerful intent, pristine, pure, beautiful. This intent is to express its nature. Universal consciousness nature intent is the allness of will and purpose, always locked in embrace. The universal will is to move out and create. The universal purpose is to give individual form to creation and experience it. Within the ultimate universal dimension of consciousness awareness intent, universal will is in a state of mutual restraint with universal purpose, both in perfect equilibrium within silence and stillness. Universal will is universal intelligence. Universal purpose is universal love, universally in equilibrium, in mutual restraint, out of which all things visible and invisible and human impulses have taken form. If you could receive the fullness of universal reality into yourself, you would be disintegrated by its explosive power and dissolved into formless consciousness awareness. It as far transcends the individual humanhood as the heat and light of your sun is billions times more powerful than the light of your fireflies flickering in darkness. When I was on earth, I made a distinction between your Father in heaven and your Father within you. When I spoke of your Father in heaven, I meant universal intelligence. Because of the Jewish attitude to women, I only referred to this aspect of universal consciousness. Now, to you who are so aware of the equality of genders, I speak of father-mother consciousness in equilibrium within universal consciousness awareness, where father consciousness is universal intelligence, mother consciousness is universal love. The tool of father consciousness creative energy, electricity, is in a state of mutual restraint, equilibrium with the tools of mother consciousness creative energy, magnetism. Because father-mother tools, electromagnetism, is in equilibrium within universal consciousness, it will never be detected within space by scientists no matter how they may probe space. The impulse, Father consciousness, will, is intelligent activity, in equilibrium with the impulse, Mother consciousness, purpose, is nurturing for survival. Father-Mother consciousness is a powerful impersonal force, yet it is personal for you, even before you seek to make contact with it. As you evolve spiritually, you will feel it, for it is the reality of being. It is everywhere and within everything. Father consciousness is the intelligent love which gives intelligent energy and momentum to the world of complex forms, expressed physically as electricity. Mother purpose is the loving intelligence which gives purpose and the impulse for survival to the individualized complex forms, expressed as magnetism, bonding and repulsion. These are the universal primal impulses of all being, of universal consciousness, your source of being, intelligence, love. This is the state of being before creation. Consciousness awareness within a state of equilibrium. I want you to move again into an inner state of conscious equilibrium, where all thought is stilled and your mind resides in silence. You are in interior control, your mind and emotions no longer divided into activity and feeling. You may feel a build-up of power within you, strength, peace, and contentment. This expressed in you in individual form is the state of being, out of which came creation. I want you to notice that the equilibrium is impossible the moment that thought is introduced. I want you to realize that the universal dimension is a dimension of unformed impulses. It contains no blueprint of creation. It is in a state of undivided form. The equilibrium, the restraint between opposing impulses to move about and remain bonded, creates an infinite spiral of self-contained energy. The self-contained energy of mutual restraint is beyond the power of individuality to even imagine. As I have told you before, were individuality able to enter the universal dimension of the mutually restrained impulses of movement and bonding, the individuality would be immediately dissolved and returned to the equilibrium of universal consciousness. Ponder the unimaginable immensity of power contained within the mutual restraint of the twin impulses in universal consciousness, which are primarily consciousness, awareness, intent, will, purpose, intelligence, love, combined as intelligent love and loving intelligence, impulses of movement and bonding, repulsion, electricity in equilibrium, magnetism. The above describes the unlimited universal dimension before the Big Bang.